Yama, that means welcome. I'm Elizabeth Mary Humble, better known as Mimi. I'm a Kamilaroi elder from Pilliga.
People would know that Santos have plans. The New South Wales government has given them their full support to build a coal seam gas production field.
Santos say in the Narrabri Gas Project that they plan around about 850 wells, which is going to produce salty water, approximately half as salty as seawater, which they will then treat at their Leewood processing plant.
From a farmer's perspective, my first concern is always water. I started looking at this in 2010 when the seismic testing happened around my property, and the more I educated myself about it, the more I decided that I really could not allow it to happen without trying to do something about it.
The Narrabri Gas Project involves drilling wells into the ground, into the soil, to approximately 1 kilometre down till they reach the coal seams. These wells are going through the recharge area of the Great Artesian Basin, will go down into the coal beneath the Great Artesian Basin, and somewhere along the line, after they've extracted the water from the coal seams, which they need to do to be able to get the gas out, the water will eventually flow into the coal seams from other areas and will deplete the potential amount of water that would normally go into the Great Artesian Basin supply.
I mean, we're talking about groundwater, massive industrialisation and the associated industry that goes with that. We're talking about access issues onto our land. We're talking about public liability issues. We're talking about land value issues. If you've got it on your property, you might be able to sell your land. If they could talk a farmer into taking gas on, he could be 100 kilometres away from me. But if he impacts the aquifer, the consequences could be huge. It could be felt 1,000 kilometres away.
You can insure for your own death, which is inevitable, and yet the facts are that you cannot insure against this industry.
It's about more than money. It's about clean air, clean water and land to grow clean, healthy food.
When it was taking off in Queensland, I couldn't believe how stupid our government was for allowing it in Australia and that it was that far advanced, and then found out it was the activity up in the Pilliga.
One of the first things that Santos said is that this is going to be a workforce of 1,300 people. And everyone thought, wow, that's incredible, 1,300 people. Now when the EIS is down, it's probably about a busload that will actually be living and working in this town. When the project side of it's up and away, all these people will be in, fly out. That accommodation will be out on the site, according to their plan, and also on the edge of town. Those workers never assimilate at all.
The image that the gas company want to try and portray is this lovely blue flame, you know, in your gas cooktop in your house. What they don't tell the Australian public is the devastation they're causing to get that gas.
Why? Why are they doing it? We've got to think of our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. What kind of life are they going to have if there's nothing there?
You don't get a single gas well, you get a gas field. So this is an aerial shot of some of the grid pattern forming in Queensland. You can have a gas well as close as 200 metres from your house that operates day and night. And isn't that a ripper? This is gas field infrastructure.
People need to realise that the first stage of this project, the 850 wells, is just the thin end of the wedge. There's another 6 gas fields.
And to give you an idea of the size of that, it's nearly equivalent to the size of Tasmania.
Country people know this will not work. Coal seam gas poses too great a risk to not only the environment, but to their business, their lives and their communities.
We are looking at the potential industrialisation of the Northwest.
In Santos's EIS, they say they are not operating on a major recharge of the Great Artesian Basin. Rubbish. Sure, they're getting this coal seam gas and water from below the basin, but they're bringing it up to the top. Leewood and every other place, including here and every other drill site, is on top of a major recharge of the Great Artesian Basin.
It's just simply inconceivable that this industry can put at risk all these valuable agricultural areas.
Hi, I'm Warwick.
They have wasted huge amounts of money trying to con farmers into thinking that we can live and work together. In the end, I consider the resource sector as the biggest enemy of farming in Australia, by far.
This is a great country. It's a fantastic country. It's got so much to offer, so much to give, yet we're going to lose it. We are losing it.
It's about who we are as a country. Do we want to do things for the long term, or do we want to do things for a quick buck?
In my opinion, a region or community that is now earmarked for gas development is a sacrifice zone.